everybody, and today was the Bungie live stream where we were talking about Age of Triumph, which is the last live team update that is coming. And we actually found out a lot, and I still feel like we have a ton of stuff to find out. So I'm going to be going over mostly the new things that we didn't know about, because we kind of had some ideas about some of this stuff, but we didn't know about a bunch of information that was actually given to us in this update. So I don't want to delve into the book too deeply. I'm going to briefly go over that book because we already knew there was going to be an Age of Triumph book, and we knew it was going to be 13 pages. So the first page is the commemoration page, and this is all about how long have you been playing Destiny. There is a node for if you completed activities between release and the Dark Below, between right now and Rise of Iron. There's a bunch of different nodes to basically show how long you have been playing Destiny. And for each of those nodes that you complete, you will get an emblem. So you will have an emblem that essentially shows that you are a day one player. You have an emblem that shows if you came in after the Dark Below. You get an emblem for every single one of these commemoration slots that you complete. We then have a story page where you just go through a bunch of different stories that are within Destiny, and at the end of finishing that page, you get an emblem where you can show I am the story master. You then have a Titan specific page, which is all about completing things on a Titan. Hunter page and Warlock page are exactly the same, it's just for that specific class. We then have a strike page where it's all about completing heroic strikes, doing a nightfall in less than 30 minutes, getting precision kills, which was 500, which is quite a lot actually. So that stuff was really interesting. We then have the Crucible page where you have to do things like capture 30 points in Control, earn a crap ton of points in Rumble, get all of the ghosts in private matches, win 30 matches, etc. We then have the Raid page, which is all about completing the raids that are coming up to max light level. So every single raid that has ever been in this game is going to be 390 light. And for this page, you have to complete 390 Vogue, 390 Crota's End, 390 King's Fall, and something that was really interesting that's going to actually be very hard, and I'm sure people on Twitch will be doing carries for this. You have to kill all of the Gorgons in 390 Vogue. So that's going to be very, very interesting. And I know I kind of breezed over it really quickly, but yeah, all raids are coming back, guys. All of the raids. We're going to talk a little bit more specifically about that after I finish briefly going over the book. We then have a collections page, which is all for the collectors of Destiny, where you have to acquire a certain amount of ships, shaders, exotic weapons, and unlock a certain amount of grimoire. We then have a wanderer page, which is all about an adventurer, where you're getting dead ghosts, dormant Seaver, getting gold tier ratings in public events, and disturbing the remains, which if you are a day one player and know all about the loot cave, you know what disturbing the remains means. We then have the allegiances page where you have to get to level 25 or rank 25 for Dead Orbit, New Monarchy, Vanguard, Crucible, etc. There's also something for Iron Banner, so that's all just about all the allegiances and hitting those marks with those allegiances. We then, for the very first time in the history of the universe, have a Trials of Osiris page, which they've kind of stayed away from for a long time because it's seen as something really difficult. You have to, quote unquote, be good at the game in order to complete it, but this is all about celebrating every kind of Guardian. So we have a Trials of Osiris page. One of them is to make it to the lighthouse. You then have getting a Wrecking Ball medal. You have special weapon kills, primary kills, heavy kills, reviving Guardians in Trials. Now, it's worth noting that at the end of completing each of these pages, you usually are going to get some kind of emblem. But for the Trials of Osiris one, you don't need to complete every single thing in order to get that emblem. Also, it's worth noting that you would only have to complete 3/4 of the record book to complete the book and get all of the rewards. So from what we saw on the stream, there's a rank 1 to rank 7 of the book. 1 to 6 is an emblem reward, and then when you get to 7, you will be able to go to the Bungie store and purchase your Age of Triumph shirt. So this Age of Triumph shirt is actually only going to be shown by people who have played a crap ton of Destiny. So that's actually really cool. It's also worth noting that the book is account-wide, so you don't need to worry about doing everything on every single character. So that is it with the book. Now let's delve into some super cool things. So each raid is indeed going to 390 light. King's Fall is also going to be bringing some new stuff to it. Same with Wrath of the Machine. Now there's going to be a challenge modes and weekly featured raids every single week. So Vote of Glass now has a challenge mode. Crota's End also has a challenge mode. And every week there's going to be a new featured raid. Now completing that featured raid will give you brand new rewards that you can only get during its being featured. Those are ornaments, those are armors, and unknown rewards, which we don't know what that is. It was hinted at that it was going to be the raid weapons. That's how you were going to get raid weapons. It was also hinted at that elemental primaries are coming back, and it was confirmed that Mythoclast is going to be 400 light. So for the weeklies, you're going to be getting the new Vote of Glass armor, for example. And the really cool thing about the new armor is that it's going to have 2 ornament slots. So just like when you look at your Monte Carlo, for example, you have 2 ornament slots, you can mess around with the skins and change those up. There's going to be 2 ornament slots on all of the armor. That is including King's Fall, and that's including Wrath of the Machine, which already has an ornament set. There's going to be a brand new one as well. So I am super duper duper excited for that. It's something that it might not seem like a lot, but it's something to grind for, and it's something that I can switch up my appearance, I can mess around with. So new armor for Vault of Glass and Crota for sure. There's also going to be ghosts and sparrows added to the raids that didn't have them. So there's a ton of new stuff for us to get. Next week in the Bungie stream, they're going to be talking more about these weekly rituals and more about the stuff that you can get from them and from challenge mode, etc. But for now, we do know that there's brand new armor and it's going to have 2 ornament slots. They also confirmed that the drop rates are going to be much more generous than they were, because I personally don't have a mythoclast. Nope, I don't have a mythoclast. So I'm excited to finally be able to get a mythoclast, and it will be 400 light. They also mentioned that they have changed some things within the raid. They're not going to say specifically what they have done, but they've made it to try and be more user-friendly, to try and be more fun, to get rid of some of the cheese, essentially, in a lot of the old raids. So they're not going to tell us what that is because they want us to discover it for ourselves, but changes have been made to get rid of some of the cheese and make the raids just generally better. Now, they also did do actual reveal of what the order is going to be for these raid challenges. So week 1 is going to be Crota's End. Week 2 is going to be Vault of Glass. King's Fall is going to be week 3. And then Wrath of the Machine is going to be week 4. So this is super exciting. I know me and DCP podcast are trying to put together a raid team for as soon as it comes out. So I'm very, very excited about that. Now that is kind of the fastest low-down, go-over thing that I could have done. We've confirmed that the record book is 13 pages. We've looked at the pages that are in there. Ton of emblems that we're going to get. Now, some of these emblems, I'm thinking they might transfer over. Maybe? One can hope. One can hope and dream. But they said that there's a lot more information to come in terms of these weekly rituals. They said they've got something for every single player. So there's not just going to be new rewards for raids. It sounds like there's also going to be new rewards for maybe Crucible, maybe Strikes, maybe Nightfalls, Prison of Elders we still need to talk about. So next week we're going to find out even more about what we can actually get from this new content update. So guys, that's it. I'm super excited for 2 ornament slots and new armor. I need to clean out my vault because it is disgusting, and also my postmaster is disgusting. I get to have a serious spring clean. Literally. Yes, I need to do that. It could be real bad if I don't. So let me know in the comment section. Sorry, that's Tobias. He's excited.